Asher, and this is just going to be a quick run through of Asher's commands. He's offering it down, so I'm going to give him a treat. Anytime he offers behavior, I want to match that with a yes, good boy. Those are positive mark words, which you'll hear a lot in this video, and the reason for those are they're paired with treats, so they let him know that that behavior is a good one. You will also hear me say when he does something wrong or like messes up, and that is a negative marker tone, just to let him know I don't necessarily appreciate that behavior, and explain what it is we're doing as we go along. So we will start off with the sit and down commands. Asher, come. Good boy. Sit. So sit is paired with a verbal command as well as a hand gesture. It's almost like I'm lifting his nose to the sky. And then down, turning my hand the opposite direction and pointing to the ground, telling him down, and waving it out. We have some distractions in the room. We actually have another dog working in the room, my little one. So we want to make sure that he can work in a distracting environment, which he is doing now. We don't repeat the commands though because we don't want them to lose meaning. And what I mean by that is if I sit there and I say the command over and over and over and he never follows through, he's just not going to respect or take this command seriously. So if you say it one time paired with the hand signal and you wait him out, you can either take a step back to a word base, which is really not doing it, or take a step away and start over at a new stop. But he's doing really good. I think he needs to stay, so I'm going to tell him, okay, good boy. So we'll do those both again. Sorry. Again, we're working with distractions, which is awesome. Sit. Good boy. Asher, down. Breathe it out. Yes, good boy. I hope he's in frame. Try to do one more back here. Sit. Yes. Down. Yeah. Yes. Good boy. Good job. He is pretty laid back. He is playful. He does like to play, but he's very easygoing and again laid back. So when you give him commands, sometimes like he's a little bit in slow motion, which is good because he's not overwhelming. So I'm gonna give him an okay because he sometimes offers as if he's in a downstep. So Asher, okay. Good boy. Good boy. Next we are going to do his place command. So I'm gonna get him up here. Place. All the way. Yes. Round it out. I want to do it all the way up here. This one is a little different than what he's used to. We have shorter beds. I'm going to grab one of the other ones that he's a little more comfortable with. The bed is just quite elevated compared to the one you're about to see. And the biggest thing is it's just a different texture under his feet. So you can use a rug or a blanket, things like that. We just use elevated beds, especially for the younger puppies, because it does have a depth difference, and it helps them learn to jump up onto it, and vice versa. So, ready? A little distracted. I want to show you that he works through all of the distractions. Ready? Please. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. He is very food motivated, and he also loves food. So you'll find me doing that quite a bit. Don't mind the puppy that's a little jealous in the background. Again, we want to be able to work through those types of distractions, especially going to a city environment. I'm going to grab his leash. The whole point of the place command is to have Asher go to whatever material, so we're using this floor right here. You want to make sure that he is just content on there. So when he's doing this really strong for you, you can then incorporate a crate safe toy or long-term treat. But for now, I just want to focus on the command, especially for the purpose of this video. But once he comes home and you're really using this a lot and he's doing it really strong, great follow through, etc., then you can kind of incorporate those bonuses to the command. So he's got some good handler focus. He's a good boy. Very good looking boy too. Yes, you're so nice. So I can walk up and give him treats, praise, but I want to create distance between him and I. The whole point of this command is to have him content on there. So you can work from home while you're cleaning, doing dishes, etc. That's a great time to use it. So I personally use it in my own home. Instead, I just have my dogs for place while I do house chores. Now, if goes to break away prematurely, I'm moving chairs. Boy. So he used that because his body language seemed like he was thinking about breaking away, and then he didn't, so he almost self-corrected. So I want to say yes, good boy, for him correcting himself and giving him a treat for himself doing follow through. But if he were to break away, like completely get off the bed, I would say good boy. I think he was about to, so it's gonna work just because he stayed on there. But if he were to break away, I would want to say and get him right back on there. So whether or not you pick him up or you just kind of guide him back by the leash, that's preference. He is kind of big to be picking up, but our little puppies, when they're first learning this, that's typically how we demonstrate follow through. If he just gets off and I just kind of like let him go play and have fun, then he's not and he's not going to understand next time he has to stay on there. So follow through. If he comes off the bed 100 times, you want to put him back on the bed 101 times. So if he's really having an off day, he's really struggling, if you can't get much distance, not even maybe this much, all puppies have off days, so that's why I'm mentioning this. The best thing to do is just do a short distance place and then give him a release. He's doing really good. He has really great focus. He is very reliable. He's sweet and loyal, very snuggly. I'm going to give him a release. I'm just going to take a look first. Boy. And the release word is okay. Good boy. And that's the universal release word. We use it whenever he comes off of a command or is released from the crate, things like that, coming out of the car. So do one more place. Place. Yes. Good boy. The marker words I was mentioning before. Navigate distractions, walking through constantly. It makes it where he's much stronger. We want him to be able to do this no matter what's going on around him in the environment. He's thinking about it. Yes, good boy. Good boy. And then I'm going to give him the release word and we'll do some stays. Okay. Yes, good boy. Just gonna move this bed real quick. So I'm going to get his attention. Action. Sit. Stay. Flat open hand. Obviously I have a treat in my hand, so it's not the flattest. So he goes down into a down. I want to just lift him right back up into that sit. Stay. Because stays are structured. So place. He can sit down, lay down. He can do whatever position he wants on there. He can even walk around. But for stays, he has to hold the position that was originally given. So right now he's in a sit and then a stay. Good boy. And now he has to hold that stay in a sit position. Lift him right back up. You're okay. Stay. Just because the other puppy's running around, you have to use the leash. Just to keep him kind of honed in if need be. Okay. Good boy, Asher. Good boy. So it's the universal release word, like I mentioned before. Sit. Stay. He does prefer his down stays, that's for sure. I always say they have permanent slippers. We do have rugs that we typically do this on. Asher, okay, good boy. And then next we'll do a down stay. Down. Down. Stay. As I mentioned, he prefers his downstairs over upstairs. He's got these pretty down pat. He's a very relaxed, laid back boy. So like laying down and napping, he loves to do that. But he also is playful, so he is still fun. He likes to go outside and run around. He gets the zoomies with the other puppies. Sorry, my phone stopped recording there. So we're going to resume where we left off with some down stays. Can you give him the down? we're going to do his kennel and wait. I'm going to take a treat and toss it into the kennel. Good boy. Kennel? Yes, good. Close him on in there. In a real life crating scenario, so daytime crating, nighttime crating, he would not have a leash on. I only have it on because we're in a different room and because we're just practicing. So of course that would not be on there. But just wanted to mention it. You can also see one of our setups where he has an elevated bed in there as well as another bed on top of that. So he has something comfy to sleep on at night. Then I'll tell him wait. So if he goes to barge out prematurely, use that noise. Sorry, don't mind me, but a jealous pup. So you use that noise when he goes to prematurely barge out, and then I give him the wait again. Wait. Okay, good boy. And that's the universal release word coming into play yet again. We also use the wait command. Sorry, he's getting all the treats off the floor. We also use that wait command when coming out of the car, and then it's again when we would use that release word. Good boy. Ready, Asher? Count. Good boy. So this is our treat method. So it means I'm using that treat to entice him to go in there, and I'm pairing it with the command itself. This is a really great way to start off with creating him in your home, just to keep it really positive. You'll associate the crate there as a positive thing, just like he does here. I'm going to show you the toy method in just a moment. Start off with that wait. Close him back in. It'd do the same thing with a car door, like if you went to barge out or even walking in and out of a store. If he goes to barge out, you would just close the door and start over. Wait. Okay. Good boy. And this is primarily to deter barging, implement good manners. We don't want him to be very pushy or anything like that. So kind of slows them down a bit, makes them focus, and it's actually sometimes a safety command when crossing streets and such. Okay? Good boy. Close him on in there. Asher, wait. Leaning just a little too much. Wait. Okay, good boy. Now if Asher were to kind of like barge out, get by ya, you don't want to say, okay, we'll try again next time. You want to actually grab him, just gently put him back in there and start over. Otherwise, he's going to think that that's a game or that it's an acceptable behavior. We don't want that. Also, it's not uncommon for a puppy to first go home and maybe be a little whiny or crying in the crate. It's a new place, new people, things like that. So just keeping that in mind, that sometimes the first few nights they might cry a little bit. Best thing to do is actually let him cry it out, sorry. Best thing to do is let him just cry it out. Otherwise, if you let him out while he's crying, he's going to learn that that's how he gets out, and it will become a behavior that you have to more so manage. So just letting him cry it out in the beginning really helps make it long-term successful. I'm going to give him the wait. Wait. Okay, good boy. Good. Asher is so gentle. Very good boy. Okay. I know you just want love. He just wants a snuggle. He's a very good boy. Ready? Kennel. Yes. Good boy. So in a moment like this where he goes to bed out, say you had to go to work, you would try one more treat, tossed into the crate. And then you can also just give a little bit of a push. That's okay. Sometimes, especially once they get bonded to you, they don't always want to just like jump right into the crate, or if you're practicing for a few minutes and they're getting over it, you don't want to just quit and not make them go in there. So just by tossing another treat in, I'm going to show you the toy method, or even giving them a little bit of assistance is okay. You just want to make sure the assistance is positive. Wait. Wait. Okay. Yes, good boy. Good job. So this is the toy method. This is a crate safe toy, so something you cannot shred and ingest. So no rope toys, tennis balls, anything with stuffing in it. Those are all not crate safe. So something like this that's firmer rubber, nylabones, Kong toys, etc. Those are all examples of crate safe toys. So you would do very similar to as you would with a treat. You just take that toy and toss it in. Sometimes you gotta get them a little more excited for it. Ready? Come. Yes, good boy. Ready? Come. Don't want to repeat it over and over. So twice, and I want to kind of leave it at that. He's getting just some of the crumbs, so the treat method definitely is his favorite, but he will, with the correct toy, go for it. So, excuse you. So once I get his attention, another thing to note is when he's eating the treats or chewing on the toy, I want to wait to give him the wait command until his focus is on me. So if he's eating or chewing on a toy, he's distracted. So make a noise to cue in that handler focus, which he's giving to me now. I would do something like a or a Asher, and then I say wait. Okay, good boy. Good boy. And we end every session with his strongest commands. So we always end on a good note with what we're working on, and then his strongest command of sit and down. Yes, good boy. Good boy. And lots of praise. We want his last memories of training to always be a positive one. So that's why if he's not really in the mood, or he's kind of messing up a bit and he's just not focused, end on a good note. Do something small, end on that, end on a sit and or a down, and just try again a different time, because you want to make sure that he enjoys training, and by ending on good, successful, strong notes, he will be more apt to want to train with you next time and be excited for that. So he really enjoys our training sessions together. He's a very sweet, sweet boy. Very snuggly. I know I've said that several times, but he is just so handsome too. Let me see. Can you show them your face? Can you show them your face? He's like, oh, I'll just go into a belly rub instead. Oh, am I on your leash? I'm sorry, puppy. And he loves a good belly rub. Yes, he does. Yes, you do. Oh my goodness. And he's dozing off as I say this, so his eyes are closing. So this is Asher's update, and I really hope you enjoyed watching our training session together. Good job. You're so handsome. Yes.